All right, today we're going to talk about rotations. A rotation is a transformation that is turned about a fixed point. And for this class, we're basically going to focus on just transformations on the fixed point, which is going to be the origin. And the origin, just so you know, is the point 0, 0. So that's what our focus is just to do rotations around the origin. And that origin is that point right here in the middle. And so you'll see a few things that you need to know is the difference between clockwise and counterclockwise. So clockwise is what you would think. It goes along in a circle like the clock, where counterclockwise is the opposite direction. And majority of the time, not always, but majority of the time, we're going to focus typically on counterclockwise. So we always go from this is called quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. This is quadrant 3. Sorry, that's a Roman numeral 3. And this is quadrant 4. So we typically go in this direction when we're talking about it. So if you were talking about this happy face, and with respect to the origin, this would be a 90-degree going counterclockwise. And so that's why we use CCW, counterclockwise, because we're lazy. We don't want to write that word down over and over and over again. But you will know if we do 90 degrees counterclockwise, if we go the opposite way, which is clockwise is going this way. If we do clockwise, this, if you take it and rotate it all the way around to over here, this would be 270 degrees clockwise. So 90 degrees counterclockwise is the same as 270 degrees counterclockwise, or clockwise, sorry. All right, so we can either do 90 degrees, we could do 180 degrees. So from over here to over here, that would be 180. Or we could do 270 degrees, or you can actually do 360 and end up right back where we started. So those are the three that we're focusing on. So you'll see in the notes, we are going to focus on 90 degrees counterclockwise, 180 degrees counterclockwise, and 270 counterclockwise, and we know that they're the same. 90 degrees clockwise, 180 clockwise, and 270 clockwise. So they mean the same thing. And so right here is all of our rules. So if we're going 270 degrees counterclockwise, this would be the rule: 180, 90, and 360. So that's just a nice little tool to help you with all of your rules right here. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go over 90 degrees counterclockwise. All right, so just like what we did before, our first step is going to be, let's go ahead and write our X and Y coordinate of our pre-image. And we're lucky it's going to be the same for all of these. So let's just start with A. A is going to be the point. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. So it's going to be 3. And we're going to go up 1, 3, 1. Our B is going to be 3 to the right, up 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 3, 4. And this C is going to be right 1, up 1. So it's going to be 1, 1. And so over here as well, it has our rule. So here is our rule. We're going to go ahead and we're going to switch our X and our Y, and the Y coordinate is going to be negative. So let's go ahead and write that here. So we're going to go from there to our image, and our image is going to be the rule negative Y, comma X. And so here we're just going to put A prime, B prime, C prime. And so we're going to switch our X and our Y first. Switch X and Y. So 3 and 1 is going to become 1 and 3. And then you always want to do the opposite. So we're going to do the opposite of our Y. Going to be negative. So we're going to go ahead and do that all the way down. Switch your x and your y coordinate. So it's going to be 4, 3. Switch x and y. This one's easy because it's the same, 1, 1. And then make the y coordinate negative. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take all of those points and we're going to plot them. So it's going to be -1, +3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do -4, +3, and -1, +1. And so that is going to be, this is going to be our A prime. It's good to label it as you go. Don't do what I did. Label it as you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, B prime, and your C prime. So hopefully you can see that from this point to this point, that is a 90-degree rotation. So we just take that thing and we rotated it 90 degrees. All right. And that is counterclockwise, or you could think of it clockwise, 270 degrees. So it would be 90 degrees going counterclockwise, or you can do it as 270 degrees going clockwise. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and talk about 180 degrees counterclockwise. And you'll notice 180 degrees counterclockwise is the same as 180 degrees clockwise. So we know it's going to be in this quadrant because going this way and going this way is going the same direction, basically. It's going to land in the same spot. All right, so let me go ahead and redraw all these points. Actually, how about we do this? I'm going to go ahead and in the video here, what I'd love for you to do is I would love for you to do this one yourself. So try it yourself, just like we kind of did above, but remember we're going to be using this different rule here. So we're going to make the x negative and the y negative. So you just basically do the opposite. So try it yourself, and then in the next video I will go over it and see if you got it right.